I've had my lunch, I've had my Red Bull. It's time for book review number 7, 2020. But before we get into it, if you've not been here before, my name's Paul Marles and I do videos on how to make it, keep it and grow it. And that's your money I'm talking about. And if you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell to receive notification of when I produce more videos like this. Now, before we get into the meat of the show, don't forget it's the draw for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway this Sunday. Now, if you didn't watch my video last Sunday, I'll leave the link above. I'm giving away some prizes to say thank you for all you subscribers and getting this YouTube channel up to 10,000 subscribers. So you need to get on my email list. The instructions are all there. The sign-in box is on my website. And what I'll do is get all that list of people that have signed up and randomly draw out, I think it's 7 prizes. So if you're interested in something like that, make sure you get on the list and go and watch the video first for full instructions. So let's get straight into the reviews. Okay, first book here is a colouring book, Horses and Ponies, an adult colouring book celebrating the beauty of horses. Now, first of all, you've obviously made some sales and got a couple of reviews, which is good, helps with the ranking of books. Price looks about average, $6.95. Looking at the cover, yes, I can see how this would appeal to a certain segment of the market. The only slight criticism I have of the cover is this Horses and Ponies. I think the font is a bit small and it's quite difficult to see on the small graphics, say on a mobile phone. What I would actually do is maybe move this over to the left and make it a bit bigger. Fill up some of this negative space that's there. So that's just a small thing. Now, looking at the title and subtitle, you've just put Horses and Ponies as the title, which isn't really going to get you anywhere in terms of ranking on Amazon. What you might end up doing is getting a lot of traffic for people who are looking just for books on horses and ponies and not necessarily colouring books. So what happens is if your book appears in those searches and people are not in the market for one of these, you won't make any sales. Then Amazon will just push your book down generally in the rankings. So what I would do is change the title and change to something like Horse Colouring Book. It's got 1,000 results on Amazon, as we can see here, so the competition isn't huge. And just scrolling down here for the results for Horse Colouring Book, there's quite a lot with good bestsellers ranks. So there's a good market here for this book, so it's got potential. And I say you're already making sales, so I think it just needed a few tweaks. Now the problem is you've already published book, you've got sales, you've got reviews. The only way you can change your title is just to unpublish the book and republish it. So that may cause a problem. You might have to start from scratch or just persist with this book and maybe do another colouring book on similar lines and do the changes as I suggested. Now in the subtitle you put an adult colouring book. Looking at Amazon, put in adult colouring book into the search bar, over 40,000 results. Huge competition. I think you're wasting things a little there by putting adult colouring book in the subtitle. And also you've got puzzle books here, puzzle books about horses. Now I had a look at the interior and there was just pictures to colour in. There didn't seem to be any puzzles there, so that may confuse Amazon and also confuse customers, so I'd get rid of that. I wrote down a subtitle which may be a bit better. So if you've got something like Horse Colouring Book, a good subtitle might be a beautiful horse and pony colouring book for adults and kids. So I know you put in here an adult colouring book, but you know, horses, kids, they like to colour in horses, so that may be appropriate. Looking at the description, got no issues there. All the capitalisation, punctuation, grammar, etc. all looks okay. So on the whole, looks pretty good. So just change the colour, change the title and subtitle. You may be better off because you've got sales just starting from scratch with another book. Let's get to the next one, nonograms. Now I've done a video on nonograms. I'll leave the link above to that where I looked at this market and 222 results for nonogram puzzle book. So low competition, and these sorts of books sell well, particularly in Q4, coming up to the Christmas holiday period, make great gifts. Now, I quite like the cover. It does look very similar to some of the other books on the market here. That's the only thing I would say, but that's no biggie. See these here, looks very similar, but you know, it's original enough. So yeah, I quite like the cover. It shows you what to expect inside the book on the front. Blue and yellow colours look absolutely fine. Now the only thing I'm not too keen on is the title here. You've got a lot of words in that title. Now I know some books that are selling well in this niche do have these words in the title as well. Personally, I'd be more inclined to put something like nonogram puzzle book, and then in the subtitle get these other words in, you know, Japanese crossword puzzles, Pycroft, Hanji, I don't know, puzzles with solutions, you know what I mean. And leave the title a bit shorter, a bit concise, aim for one particular keyword. And you know, if you were thinking that, oh well, I want to make sure I rank for all these other keywords, why not just produce maybe 3, 4, 5 books? A nonogram puzzle book, Hanji puzzle book, a Gridler's puzzle book. You're then covering a few different keywords, and you've got a few books out there. Obviously the interiors need to be different for each one. I'm not talking about publishing the same interior for all the 4 or 5 different books. Description looks okay, nothing wrong there. I'd probably put a few more bullet points in the description, you know, what is it, matte or glossy cover, the size, number of pages I think is important, save customers and me from scrolling down. So 96 pages looks reasonable for a puzzle book. $5.99 on the cheap side. I'm not a fan of, to be honest, of selling books at $5.99. I prefer the $6.99 mark. I know a lot of people try and do a lower price thinking they'll get more sales, but I found with my books that $6.99 price point seems to sell better. I've noticed on some books that I've tried reducing the price, doesn't make any difference to sales, and in fact when I've gone from $5.99 up to $6.99, more sales seems to come in. May make sense because, you know, remember Amazon also want to make money out of your sales, so if you're selling it for a bit more and it is making sales, Amazon might go, okay, well, we're making a bit more profit on this, we'll push it a bit more than they maybe would do with a book for $5.99. In fact, I've got a few books that I sell for $6.99 in a market where most of the books on the first page are $5.99, and it still sells, you know, in the top 10 off. You know, I've got quite a few sort of number 1, 2, 3 for the keywords, even though they're more expensive. Anyway, that's by the by. Let's get on to the next book. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Look at that. That just jumps off the screen. I love it. That's probably one of the best covers I've ever seen. Now the publisher here, it says here Edward White. Now I've looked through all my DMs on Instagram, my emails, my Facebook messages to see if I could find Edward White, or that may be a pseudonym, the person that's published this, and I can't find the person. So if this is your book and you're watching this, then please do message me. What a fantastic cover. I mean, that's better than any I've seen in this niche by far. In fact, if we do go and look at the niche, now Unicorn Activity Book, 4,000 results. So there's a lot of competition here, but we'll come to that in a moment. But look at all these other books that are selling well. Unicorn Activity Book, 67, making thousands a month. This one, 11,000. It's a sticker book. Wow, that's good for a sticker book. Wonder if that comes with the stickers. Selling really well. Look at this. I mean, Unicorn colouring book. Okay, it's a colouring book, 228. Superb market for this. But look at the covers. They look okay. They're not jumping off the page. But as soon as I go to this, it looks fantastic, those colours. I mean, this is a real professional quality cover. Now, I'm not sure, I'll call the person Edward. I'm not sure if Edward has designed this himself. If he has, wow, Let's look at the interior. It's a Sunday Times journalist, Edward White. Interesting. Based in Florida. Even looking at the interior, that's amazing. Amazing. Now, I said 4,000 results on Amazon for Unicorn Activity Book. So there's a lot of competition here. But something of this quality with the potential to sell so many, I'd be running ads on this every day of the week. Even if I was making a loss, just to try and get it ranked, because I think if you were to get this ranked, looking at the other books there, it would sell like hotcakes. That's just superb. Now, looking at the title, My Little Unicorn Activity Book, that's fine. You're targeting a very competitive niche. If you wanted to maybe go for a lower competition niche, if we have a look on Amazon and put in Unicorn Activity Book, I think one will come up with the age. So let's just have a look. Yeah, look here. Unicorn Activity Book for kids ages 4 to 8. So you could use that as a title, a bit less competition to get your book in there. But maybe keep that title, add a subtitle, something along the lines of, getting in the age group. Activity book for lovers of unicorns, princesses, dinosaurs, aged 4 to 8, something like that. But get some more words in the subtitle. It'll just help with the overall, I'm going to say SEO, but the overall Amazon ranking. And let's have a look at the description. Get ready to discover all sorts of magical surprises. Unicorns, dinosaurs, pet monsters, princesses, and so much more. Kids will learn how to draw and look for lost unicorns in our secret forest. Oh, I want to buy this myself. In fact, I've got a niece in this exact age group. Edward, I'm going to make your first sale. Done. It's that good. And this would make a perfect present, Christmas present for someone I've got in mind, a niece. Love it. I can't, other than the subtitle, I cannot fault this book at all. And publishers, you guys that are out there, just look at something like this for inspiration. Now, whether this is from a publishing house, someone who's a graphic designer, I don't know. I'd like to find out more. That's why I'd like you to get in contact with me. But I just love it. Absolutely love it. And then we've got this Kids dot to dot tracing colouring book, dot marker colouring worksheet for kids, cute animals, vehicules to trace and colour. Okay, so we've got spelling mistakes straight away in the subtitle. Issues with capitalisation and punctuation. You've got space there before the full stop, space there before that colon. I know they're small things, but they do affect ranking. They do affect what customers see. And we've got here 70 random dot to dot images. Random puts me off straight away. Cute animals, beautiful flowers, cars, snowman, fruits, and much more. Oh, Mum, buy me this dot to dot book, please. It's got fruits in. Yeah. Okay. That's not really going to sell it for me. And again, looking at subtitle, I've just noticed cute animals, vehicules. That doesn't make sense. So it needs a complete redo of the title, subtitle. Now, and looking at the title, dot to dot, tracing, colouring book. It's not really what I would call a tracing book. It's a dot to dot book. Not sure if it's a colouring book. Although, is it sort of, you fill in the dots and then colour it? Not too sure. $6.99, price is okay. Cover looks alright. I'm not keen on that shade of orange. It looks a bit tepid to me. It doesn't really pop, doesn't really stand out. I don't like this title you've got up here. It looks like you've squashed in kids there at the top. And I just don't like this selection of colours. And let's have a look inside. We've got a colour interior. That's going to eat away at your profits. Let's see. Oh God. Thank you for purchasing this puzzle book. Okay, you've capitalised P, don't know why. Dot to dot offers hours of fun. Entertainment spelt wrong. Poor grammar, poor poor punctuation there. So Doctor offers hours of fun, entertaining and learning experience. Teachers, librarians and parents have all permission to reproduce this book for home, educational use and home. Oh, it doesn't make sense. I say the grammar's all wrong there. It doesn't make sense. That would scream just cheap and nasty to anyone looking at the interior. Okay. Oh. Okay, so you've got a picture here with 20 dots. It's a star. So this looks, I mean, looking at the complexity of the pictures, this looks like it should be targeted at quite young children. Maybe you'd want to get that in the title. And how many pages? 143 pages, each with a blank side, but you've got colour in there. So 143 pages with colour. I'm not sure how much Amazon will be charging you for that, but that's really going to eat away at the profit margins on a $6.99 book. Probably not even worth doing. I would probably start all over again, create a new cover, get the colouring better, change the title, subtitle and also the description. Everything's needs changing, and what you need to do is either get someone that can speak English to do your title and description and interior, or use something like Grammarly, which I think would make a significant improvement on this. Okay, next one is Sketchbook Sketch. Oh, it's a sketch book. Blank journal for painting, writing, drawing, sketching or doodling. Okay, punctuation, everything looks okay. $4.59. Oh, I hate books that are being sold for so cheap. It's just trying to get the bottom of the market. A bottom picker. It's too cheap. I don't think anyone's going to buy something that cheap. Although having said that, you've made some sales. You've got rankings in various categories. And you've got a review, so that's good. Now looking at the cover, I've got nothing against the cover. There are lots of sketchbooks out there with similar type covers, so I'd say that's okay. You've just put sketch space book. I think you'll find that it's all one word and it's a very competitive keyword. Now I have done a video on sketchbooks as well. I'll leave the link above to that, and also in my Gumroad shop I've got lots of sketchbook keywords there for sale as well. What I suggest doing is looking through those and maybe getting a less competitive keyword for the title and putting also a less competitive keyword in the subtitle. I don't mind that subtitle actually. It looks okay, but something a bit less competitive maybe for the main title. I'd increase the price slightly on it. Let's have a look at the interior. I can't really see, it doesn't really show the pages, but I assume they're sort of a blank page with a border on. So not too bad overall. These do sell well, especially coming up to Q4. Got nothing against it, just looking at what books also appear in this market. There's other books here with very similar covers. And one of these is bestseller. Again, they're selling really cheap, but with 2,733 results. In fact, your cover is very similar. You may want to try something different if you want your books to stand out in a very competitive market. Even what I don't really see is something sort of quite a plain cover. I mean, you've got a lot of these here that you're competing against, and I like some of these covers here. They look unusual. So a very competitive market. Niche down in the title. Again, you've got the difficulty in that you've already made a sale. Therefore, you may just want to start from, keep this on Amazon, start from scratch and create others in this niche. Okay, so I think that's a good selection for today. There's some interesting books there, one fantastic book, and I think that should be a source of inspiration to a lot of people. I hope you get from what I've explained the sort of process I go through when thinking up books in terms of the cover, the title, the subtitle, how I go about choosing the keywords, the pricing, all these combined together for you to get sales. But there's a good selection there. Good choices of niches, and overall impressed with some of them. So if you want to get your book reviewed, then send me a DM on Instagram and send me the ASIN number of the book you want me to review. Don't just send me your Author Central page and ask me to pick out a book. Send me one particular book you want me to review, and I'll put it on the list. The list is getting quite large. So I will get to it eventually, but you just have to be patient on that. And if I haven't reviewed your book today, I apologise. I will hopefully get to it. I've got some interesting ones coming up, some quite unusual ones, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you receive notifications of when I do the next video on this. And if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, by all means, give it a thumbs down. And don't forget the draw on Sunday. It's going to be a good one. And I will contact the winners directly from their email address on my subscriber list on my website. So until next time, goodbye.